I'm ChosenArchitect, and this is Stoneblock 4. Ah yes, more Stoneblock 4. And just when you thought things were over, it's actually not, because we have a lot of work to still get done. Last episode, we completed the Hyperion chapter. Well, almost completed the Hyperion chapter, because this leads us into the Ascension tier. And I had to wait quite a while, over, I would say 6 to 7 hours, give or take, for all of the things to build up to allow me to make these. And there was nothing I could really do to speed that process up. I just simply had to allow these infinity ingots to craft in the world engine. I'm hoping maybe in the future that won't be such a wait process. It'll be more of a do something else process, hopefully. But as of right now, I just simply had to wait because of how many infinity ingots were required in order to craft everything. And all of those infinity ingots are now done. So if I look up infinity ingots, you can now see we have 130 in stock and everything is looking as it should. 130 is just the number that is needed in order for me to quite literally craft everything that utilizes these ingots. Plus, also adding the 4 to being able to make a ring that gives us like 100 times a stat, which is just pure ridiculousness as well. Now today, my main goal is to craft the infinity armor, and I want to be able to get all of the things needed for this armor. And then I think the last episode will be us crafting quite literally all of the creative items. But we have a lot we still have left to do today. So let's take a look at all of the items that are going to be required. For example, the Sword of the Cosmos. This is going to require us to farm this carminite solution. And this carminite solution requires us to superheat a create mixer. And we need to send carminite into it in order to get this. I don't think there is any other way to do this. You simply have to use create for this operation. Interesting. Okay, so that seems quite simple, especially since we can buy blaze cakes. Well, buy a creative blaze cake from the store, which will make setting this to superheated really, really easy. But yeah, that's one of the odd things that we're going to be making here. Now, what else? Infinity helmet. It's just Fortron and source, like nothing else is that bad. We do have to make sure our heat gets up to 1,000, it looks like, for all of these processes. That's another interesting thing. Everything else here looks fine. We just need a base set of red matter gear, and everything else I think is quite easy. It's just the sword that's a little bit more expensive. Now, as far as the temperature goes inside of the world engine, we just need to bring this up to, let's say, 6,000 RF per tick instead of the 4,000 that we were running. That should easily get us over that 1,000 degree threshold. I think that'll be fine. But now we've got to start looking at this carminite solution. Now, this typically comes from the Twilight Forest and comes from the Urgast area. And so you can craft it or find a few in the Twilight Forest area. But in this case, I believe we can just get it from hostile neural networks, which we haven't really used yet. And so this will be, I guess, my first time really using it. And I think we are only going to need one setup for this, just judging by how fast this can go. And I just need to make this. So to get hostile neural network set up, we need a simulation chamber. That's very straightforward. And then a loot fabricator. So all of those things will get processed up, and we just need one of each. All of the ingredients are fairly straightforward for this. And thankfully, I had just enough of the cognition neurogel that I didn't have to go through the process of making more of this, because it's quite a chain. Now, the Urgas data model we've already gotten, and it's already in the advanced tier. And I believe we got this from actually fighting the mob. Yeah, it was given to us in the actual quest reward, which is kind of nice. So we already have the Urgas data model, which is going to make life a whole lot easier. So if we go into our like random odd and end automation room, I think this is going to be a fairly easy thing to automate. We'll have our fabricator. We can have our simulation chamber up top, and we just need to run some AE cables into this setup in order for it to function. I think this will be pretty fine. But for this, I'm thinking export bus. We can send items into the top here. So I'll just run a cable there. And this card is going, or this export bus is going to need a crafting card. And let's see, hostile neural networks requires us to craft these things, prediction matrices. We're going to want to make sure we have these. I still hate how it forms this glass. We need to not use that glass. Let's just use regular glass panes instead of the windows that are overriding that. But there we go. So now we have those crafted up, and we can use and force the auto craft to happen. inside of this terminal. And so we'll go into hostile, drag these in, and that is going to send that prediction into here as soon as we actually have a data model in here. So it won't send until then, but now that we have it, it should do the request and send those in. I'm also going to throw some speed cards in here just to make sure it crafts those fast enough. And then what we're going to need is some gates. We definitely need to power this. So I'm going to slap that on there, and this is going to start processing, and we can actually tick accelerate this, which is going to make this a little bit faster. Now, I'll use an import bus to pull in the prediction that it has a chance of making, and also the kind of waste prediction that it produces, which is this right here, the generalize. But what we're really looking for is that actual prediction. And so once we get that, we can drop that inside of here, and this is pretty straightforward. So we'll take an export bus. Once we have that, we'll put that in that filter, and then down here, another import bus just to simply pull out the product and send that back into our storage. I think that's going to be more than enough for right now. And let's check hostile neural networks. Do we have one of those predictions yet? We do not. So let's speed this up. And there we go. There's our predictions. And then we'll take this, set that in the filter, and then place it inside. And now we get to select what we want. And I specifically want these. And then we give it power, and it just produces them, 32 of them. And I'm just going to let this run for as long as I need. I don't know how much we're going to need this. It just looks like it's made for the bow and also the Sword of the Cosmos. So really not that much. So now we're going to need to superheat this and mix it. Now that is actually really easy for us to do because we should be able to just head into the shop. And I think the blaze cake or the creative blaze cake is just 420. And who does this? This is from the Infernal. Yeah, I mean, this is great. Okay, so we'll head back to spawn. And we're just going to go to the Infernal and buy a creative blaze cake. And the cool part about a creative blaze cake is we can control blaze burners and we can make them any temperature we want. It's fantastic. Also, the reason why the cake is so big is because I have my glove in my hand. Let me take that off. There we go. Much nicer. And now from our original create dungeon, we got blaze burners already. So we don't even need to right click a blaze burner on a blaze or blaze spawner. We have it right away. So setting this up is going to be quite easy. Now ignore what you see over here. I'll talk about that here in a second, because this is something that I set up to prepare myself for the next chapter, but I'll go over that in a second. Now, first things first, to set this up, we just need to drain it out. And so I'm thinking any kind of tank could potentially work for fluids. Usually you would pull fluids out of here, and I don't think it'll just automatically drain. So that is something, but we are converting a solid into a liquid. Yeah, so you know what? It'll be really easy just to use any kind of piping mod. I think the ultimate pipes will be quite simple. And what we need is the blaze burner to be on the bottom like this. And then we place a basin. And then we need a mechanical mixer, and then connected to that, we'll just use some power, and let's do a cog, a regular small cog, because we don't want to accelerate this any faster. And I'll place that on the side, and then we can just place the motor on any side, set that to its max speed, give it some power, and there we go. We have this literally running, and this is all we're going to need. And that's why I said it's so simple to set this up. And then the blaze cake allows us to set this to superheated. And so there's nothing else we really have to worry about. Just taking our AE stuff and sending it over into here and doing a functional storage fluid drawer. Shoot, we can even have the fluid drawer just pull the fluid out. We won't even need a pipe. We can just have this and then take a puller upgrade, set the puller upgrade to whatever side this is, which is north side. And that will automatically pull the liquid into the drawer, and we can just link this to our network. Oh, this is going to be great. And then to get the ingredients in here, we'll just tap it into our AE system, and then we'll make sure to select this by hitting A to put it over here to make it easy. Just drag it on in, and that'll throw that right into the mix. And there we go. And that is pulling the liquid out. I mean, look at that. That is going to be, that's so quick. That money could buy happiness. Look at that. I mean, we just bought the ability to use a creative blaze cake, which just allows you to toggle these things on and off. It's great, and set their heat value. Okay, so now that I have that done, let's talk about what is set up behind me. And if you're familiar with Ars Nouveau, you may recognize this setup. And what this is the ability for me to make all of the different essences from ours. Now, I did look ahead in the quest, and this quest right here was like a slap in the face because I hadn't done any automation for anything ours in this pack, because I haven't really done a whole lot of ours throughout this playthrough. And so I was kind of lacking on this to be able to get these items. And we do need all of them if we want to complete the pack. And so I was like, you know what? Let me see what I can do with some AE. And turns out that these right here, these are the imbuement chambers. You can set these pretty close to each other if you place them from top to bottom and wrap them around. And so on the back, I'm just using an import-export bus to send in the source gems. And I think thankfully the import bus will not automatically pull and import back in the same thing that it exports. So you don't have to worry about any other filtering, just simply place it in. And then originally I had some source being fed to this, but I did actually stop that because once we hit the amount that we needed, we don't really need a whole lot more. And now they're just passively working. And I do have 2 watches of flowing times that are over here that do help to accelerate this a little bit without even using any source. So I have 1 for each of the different essences. You can see all of those essences here. And yeah, you just have to place in the 3 items that are required for them. Very, very easy. Placing them down on the arcane platforms. I think the platforms are best here. You can use the pedestals. Platforms are just going to save you a lot of space. And you can make this pretty compact. This is all 8 of them running. And then these 2 are just simply producing source gems. Yeah, it's nice. Oh boy, it's the moment of truth. I do need to make the cursed bow. This is going to be required in order to make the infinity bow, as we don't actually have a netherite bow. So it kind of makes sense that the cursed bow is the one that's used here, but everything else should be fine. I have all the things in my inventory to make every single infinity piece. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm just going to take this from the netherite version into all dark matter versions, like so, and then upgrade those even further into the red matter. And there we go, red matter gear all made up. I feel like I have to be down here at the world engine when I'm doing this craft. I mean, it's not something that's going to be easily to put in by hand, as you have to manage the fluids, but now we can just craft the infinity sword. And I think this is going to be the best way to do this. Avaricia. And then we have the sword of the cosmos, and we just need to request it. Everything is available. Oh boy, and it's doing the craft. It is working. And it said it's going to take like 60 seconds or 30 seconds or something like that. Either way. What? Wait. Oh, wait. So after it did the craft, it decided to go ahead and craft more infinity ingots. Actually, I need to stop that. Let's go back into the world, back home, because this craft should be done. I just want to actually shut off so it doesn't keep crafting more of these ingots that we can't use. So I'm going to toggle off the requester just to make sure no more gets made. And are we still waiting on it? I think we are, because I think it takes, it still takes like a whole minute for this thing to craft up. A full minute. Oh, that feels like such a long waiting time. And I've got to do this for each individual tool. Yes, it is still waiting for them. Oh man, the anticipation. I just want my infinite sword. It's done. We now have the sword of the cosmos. Oh, this is great. This is fantastic. Oh, that's such a cool transition. Oh, and it shows up in the right-hand side. Oh, I bet this looks even wilder with the giant's glove. Oh, this is... yeah, that's so cool looking. But now that is just simply part 1 of a several part process, because now, after I've crafted that, I'll just remove the pattern for that and pop into my patterns over here, and I will request the next piece, which is honestly a little bit easier to make. We'll simply place it in, and then I will put this one in here. And I think that's basically the process I'm going to go with. And now I can request up a helmet. We do have to put the helmet in our storage, but there we go. I can now request the infinity helmet. Oh, this is absurd feeling. Infinity helmet crafted. Oh man. Taking off all of my normal gear feels so wrong, but like at the same time, Like, that's so dope. That's such a cool look. Now the chest piece has been completed as well. Oh boy, it cuts our health down, but I don't even think we're gonna need it at this point, because like this gear, right, makes you invincible, I believe, like 16 armor, 1000% knockback resistance. Yeah, this is absurd. And now the leggings. Oh man, what do the leggings give us though? Like, do we get more speed when walking, or maybe more jump height? Auto step up? I actually don't know what the leggings give. It's just more armor though. I mean, that's the base. I do see, it does seem like the chest piece does give us like faster flight. We definitely have a faster creative flight than what I was expecting. And there we go. The final piece to at least complete what it was asking of us, to become a god. And that's the Infinity Boots. And this says Sanic Speed is what this is going to give me. Sanic Speed. I mean, we do definitely have some speed. Infinity Protection. Oh, that sounds amazing. Now, I'm not done yet, but down here, I definitely want to get in the rest of my gear, my old gear. I want to have it placed in. I mean, now we have this really, really nice gear, and it does give us step up, automatic step up, I'm noticing. The flight speed is almost too fast. I think with the boots, it's too fast. You take the boots off, much more reasonable. You take the chest piece off, you don't get flight at all. So that's a wild set of gear. That looks so cool. All right, and then we also have the Sword of the Cosmos. Now, what happens when we test this out? Like, oh boy, with the power of the cosmos. Dominate the cosmos. We just hit that target dummy for infinite DPS. Infinity DPS. That's what that is. That's absurd. I love it. But I'm not done yet, because all of the other pieces I still want to make. And there's just a few of them, right? We just need to make the Plant Eater, the Hoe of the Green Earth, the World Breaker, and also the Longbow of the Heavens, and finally, Nature's Ruin. All of these things, we definitely need Fortune 10 on this thing, by the way. And so there's the shovel, and there's your mom, the mighty toothpick, then the Deathbringer's harp, and last but not least, humanity's axe. Beautiful. So now that I've got all of these individual tools made, I mean, I kind of want to give some of them a test and just sort of see, like, the breaker, right? Of course, this is gonna insta break. Okay, that insta breaks. That's good to know. Like, what does a regular axe do? And like, can we put other enchants on here? I don't think so. I mean, this just has fortune, right? So it's just a standard axe that just breaks really fast. That's what it seems like to me. Like obsidian, for example. I mean, I'm assuming it will insta break obsidian. Really anything we put in front of it. Yeah, it insta breaks it. Nice. I have no idea. Does it break bedrock? Like, I don't even know where I would find bedrock to break. Does the shovel hold any sort of special ability? Let's take a look at the shovel. Okay, it breaks. It's an infinite shovel. It can till just like a normal one. Okay, interesting. I mean, what about the hoe? Like, does the hoe have an added range or anything like that, or is it just? Oh, okay. So this can hoe a really large area. Interesting. Well, at least that has a good function. Ah, and when you right click with it, it does grow the crop. Very nice. Now, as far as the Nature's Ruins axe goes, does it? Oh, it breaks like everything nearby. Don't do this in your. I'm glad I went out. Don't break logs in your base with this. Wow. Okay. What was the range on that? Holy smoke! It breaks everything. Anything wooden that can be broken nearby gets like annihilated. What in the world? That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Even the chests get broken. That like the chests that have loot in them and stuff. Just anything that's nearby, just gone. Within like a pretty large radius. I don't even know what this is. I mean, that seems to be at least 16 blocks, give or take. Oh, and just all the leaves just get disappeared as well. Now I definitely want to see the protection, right? I'm being attacked right now. Absolutely zero. And of course, that's going to instantaneously destroy the mob I hit with it. However, we do not receive any bonuses, so I'm not receiving, I think, any fortune bonuses or things like that. It just has infinite attack. It can just basically annihilate anything that's in its wake. Speaking of anything that's in its wake, let's see. Can I fight Ignis right now? So these guys, they deal 0 damage to me. Nothing. I can just stand here, but I one-tap them. They just instantly fall. Okay, let's see how Ignis kind of works. I can't see this going well for Ignis, to be fair. Let's see. Yep, and one-tapped, completely gone, annihilated, removed from this world. Gonzo. Wow. Yeah, and like these are still like unbreakable, right? No. So this is able to break. Okay, it can't break the floor, but it can break these. Oh man, so interesting. So yes, we've now completed the entire Infinity set. I do want to test out the bow and see what that's like. I mean, we got 100 from that, but we just got 1,000 from the others. Oh, it's going to lead into all of these other creative stuff. Does the bow auto? Okay, so it auto fires. It's not the fastest in the world, but I bet these arrows deal like the same infinite damage, right? I bet it does. Wow. Okay. Under the blow of God, all beings are equal. It does 1,000. Am I seeing that right? Oh, wow. I can't even see it. 4,000 damage. 3,000 damage on that shot. So its velocity is very high, but it deals a ton of damage. Not infinite. Like this, which is absurd, but it's still, I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. 60 there. And we don't even have like the giant's strength equipped. I wonder if I equip that and I use the bow, what are we looking at? So the same amount of damage, more damage there. And I don't think you can go higher than infinity DPS, even though, yeah, I don't think it goes any higher than that. Do you see this, man? Wild. Oh my goodness. And we can put apotheosis stuff on here. Like what? Why? I maybe for fortune. Loot pinata would be amazing on this. Oh my goodness. I didn't even realize this. When did we get wings? Oh, we get wings over flying. That is sick. I didn't even know this had like any sort of wing things. That's amazing. I don't think I've ever played through a mod pack where I actually made the full set of gear like this and used it. Or if I have, it's just been so long. Oh man, by the way, you can tell they updated the mod pack. Look, all the panels are now connected textures. And also, you can't knock this. Look at this. Connected textures here for the glass too. Oh, very nice. Looks so much nicer. Still want to test out this gear. So you know what? I'm going to buy the 45 by 45 by 45 interior compact machine. I mean, it's not like we don't have any money to spend. I'm also going to buy like a gateway or two, like several gateways. And I also want to craft another gateway. And it is going to be this gateway right here, which does require a Godforged Pearl, which we have some back at home. Let's head back to the base. And I want to attempt a challenge now that we have all of this gear. I have a feeling that there's nothing that can take us down. If there is, I will feel totally scammed. So here we go. Bam. The gateway pearl of the apothic pinnacle. Okay. And then we also have this compact machine, which I kind of want to place this. Oh, we can just break logs instantaneously. That's great. All right. So now we have the compact machines. We'll take in our personal shrinking device, which I think is stored in here. And we'll go into this one. And this is a very, very large compact machine, by the way. And over here, I'll shift right click to set my location. This, I believe, is the Soren box. Let's see. Right here is the center of this. This is the center. Let's spawn in this gateway. And let's just see what this is going to be like. Oh boy. We one-tap them, though. These are the giants. Oh, it's even got music. Oh, this is sick. It's got music and everything. Give me something harder. Okay, those, not too bad. And the fact that we can see these and instantly take them out is kind of great. AoE is a thing though. Oh, they're like angry bunnies. That's a killer bunny. All right, give me something else. What you got? What you got? These things that took me out early on in the playthrough. Look who's come back. Wait. Not enough space to spawn the next wave? What do you mean not enough space? There's plenty of space in here. What? I mean, if that area is not big enough, there is only one other place that I know that could potentially be big enough. And it's this area right here. Oh boy, let's get that axe, right? That would definitely be able to shred this area up. Oh, perfect. Now, after clearing this whole area out, will this be enough space? Come on now. I mean, it's got to be enough space. It's a moment of truth. Hey, it did work. This definitely was enough room. Nice. And so these must be the guys that we're fighting with were apothic mobs, and we just took them out. That's fantastic. Okay, so there are some enemies left. I'm assuming these are still counting as enemies. One more left. They should be highlighted to be easily found. Aha. There it is. The worst of the worst to find. Now into wave 5. Oh my goodness, the goat. Oh, and look how much it has. 24,000 health. And one slap. Oh, and a Jeb sheep. One slap and we get all of this gear. That is fantastic. Tons of different gems. All of that from that pinnacle. Pretty darn cool. Anything else we get that's fantastic from there? More Godforged pearls. Ooh, we got the endless gateway of apothic invaders here. That is really nice. Ooh, and this one I think might be able to fit. I looked at the rules here. 32 should be able to fit in the other chamber. And we should be able to get through that no problem. And I mean, I gotta try it out. I've got to see what this does. Apparently it's unlimited and it just keeps spawning in more things. But it just plays some really nice music. These things just get one tapped though. Just one tapped. It's great. And they just keep spawning. I mean, they're just sitting ducks. They can't do anything. So good. And I love, like, as we are doing this, we are actually completing some of the quests because this is just spawning in different bosses. From all kinds of different bosses that, like, we would require to fight. There's so much gear. I mean, I'm on, like, wave 17, and I'm, like, fighting, like, full-on bosses. This is great. This is absolutely great, seeing some of these things. So now I've made it to wave 25. I think this is enough. I just gotta basically let the timer run out. I don't know if I get the reward back. But I mean, I can take out most of these guys and just leave like 1 or 2 stragglers and then sort of end. Just let it end. I'm over encumbered. I've got too much. I mean, yeah, I've already filled 2 full backpacks. I mean, we're getting all kinds of gear, different kinds of stuff. It's absurd. It's absurd, but I love it. I mean, this is something that you could just end up farming for a while. How cool does that look? And there it goes. Okay, so it doesn't give it back, so you would have to refight the other one to get access to another one. Interesting. And I'm assuming once you fight that 4 wave one, you can get another one of these back and you're ready to rock and roll. That was so interesting. Man, getting rid of all of the stuff in this backpack. I think you'd have to come at this with a much different approach. Maybe voiding off all gear that you're getting. And then the only thing you keep would be gems and things like that. And the Godforged pearls. I mean, because yeah, all of this gear, not really necessary. You can't do too much with it. But yes, I did put a deposit upgrade in here. And you just shift right click on an interface to just dump your entire bag. Probably one of the easiest ways, since they did stop interactions for some reason with piping into backpacks. But yeah, it's really easy to dump them like that. Tell you what, that's also a fantastic way of just getting tons of levels. We almost hit 1,000 levels in just a few waves. It just dumps so much on you. But I mean, now I tell you what, this is really what it means to feel like a god in Minecraft. Like absolutely unkillable, one tap everything. Wow. And yeah, this gear is kind of cool looking. Like, I love the fact that it gives you wings And whenever you look around, it reminds me of the in portal in the background, even though it's a completely different texture. But the way that it moves around, oh, that is so cool looking. But next episode, we are going to dive into what actually makes creative mode feel like creative mode and make some creative items and hopefully completely finish the mod pack. Well, for the most part, finish it. And so if that's something you're interested in, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And well, give this video a huge thumbs up, or the dog gets it. Remember that. But in all seriousness, thank you so very much for watching this series thus far. And without further ado, it's time for me to thank the amazing supporter of today's episode. And that amazing thanks is going to go out to Deadly. Thank you so much for your amazing support and choosing to support me over on the Discord by becoming a Discord premium member and just supporting my content in one of the best ways possible. And with that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.